So I'm gonna tell this story. If you guys didn't know this story, I feel like I've told it before, but I grew up in a small town, and I lived on 10 acres, and we didn't have really many colors other than green, because that was just the color. Alpha, thank you, dude. That was just the color that we had. Like, it was the color of our house. It was the color of the grass. It was my mom's favorite color. I had so many hints of green that it kind of ruined me as a kid. I was like, dang, I hate green. If you watch, a fun little interesting note, if you go back in my social media, you'll look, very early Instagram posts are all edited, so all the green's out of them. I made them all gray, because you can turn the saturation down from green and make it all the way gray. So that's what I did on literally everything. And one day, we're searching around, and Allie and I have a habit of like literally trying on the entire store, right? Literally trying on the entire store. We'll get everything. We won't buy everything, but we'll try on everything. And then I remembered thinking, dang, I hope she doesn't choose that green dress, because she is green is not my color, right? And I literally passed by it, and I'm like, dang, it's a cool style of dress, but I hope she doesn't choose it, because I'm not into green at all. And I remember her picking it up, and I was like, oh. She's like, what do you think about this one? I was like, I've never really been like, ew, no, I don't like that one. I've been like, to be honest with you, green's never been my favorite, but like, you might change my mind, right? And I remember she came out of the dressing room, and my heart skipped a beat in that green dress. And I said, yep, I like green now. Green's one of my favorite colors of all time. And ever since then, I stopped relating the color green to like trees and my house color growing up, in my room, in my trim. I stopped relating it to that, and now every time I think of this color, I think of Allie in that green dress. And it was one of the first times that, like, you know when you see somebody that, like, your heart is just like explodes? One of the first times that my heart like exploded like that was when I saw her try on that green dress. And so now every time I see green, I think of that. Now I love green. As you can see, my mom had these, and I was like, Mom, I have to have one of those. And so I thought that was pretty cool. If I haven't said that before. And also, that's a really interesting note. If you don't like something, sometimes it's just because you had a bad experience with it, or you might not have had a bad experience, but you didn't have the right experience. And the right experience can change everything about your life and who you are as a person. And so anything that I haven't liked, like if Allie was like looking at like a different hairstyle, or we were trying to try different foods, or whatever it is, I would tell her, it's not my favorite right now, but change my mind. Like, and then the funny thing is 9 times out of 10, I loved everything that had to do with her. Do you know what I mean? And so it changed a lot. And I'm very excited that it did, because I would have missed out on so much more fun, so much more life, because I was just being a stick in the mud. Don't be a stick in the mud. Just be open to stuff. Allie she does. She really does.